Hey bibliophiles, let's break it down with Kay, aka Spooky Bookworm. A self professed horror enthusiast that will make you a TBR that could haunt you for life, Kay is deep in her female rage and gothic era. And honestly, it's relatable. If you aren't, tell me how. Welcome to Bibliophile Breakdown, Kay. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I've been really excited to talk to you because I am kind of newish on my horror journey, and then I looked at your feed and I saw all of this amazing horror content, and I knew I needed to know, like, have you always read horror? What has your reading journey been like?
So I guess I've always kind of been a little bit of like a weirdo. Like even as a kid, I kind of liked Rob Zombie and like would go see like Scream with like my uncles and stuff. But I guess I kind of discovered like horror within the past like few years. Like I've always read like thrillers, mysteries. Yeah, Bookstagram just like opened up a whole new world for me.
Yeah, and so I was gonna ask, when did Bookstagram come into the picture for you? Like, what was the inspiration behind your account?
So I actually moved to Fairbanks, Alaska, a few years ago, and yeah, it was quite an experience. And we didn't have like Bath and Body Works or like really anything up there. And my friend back home had like a candle company, and so I kind of like started following her and like ordering from her. And through her, I found this girl named Courtney, who also lives near me, and she had like a Bookstagram account, and I was like, oh, this is like super cool. And so then that kind of was like my inspiration, and I slowly just started gravitating towards posting more about books, and now here I am.
So, when you're making your content, because I know for some it's like book recommendations, but then some are the
Yeah.
aesthetic. Like, for me, I'm not a creative person. And so, how can you walk us through, like, when you're making those comparisons of like, oh, this would be a great post?
Yeah, so it kind of like hits me at like the most random moments, and then I'll just like open up my notes app and just be like, okay, like I gotta like jot this down, like before I forget. Like I'll be in the shower or at work, and I'm like, oh, random idea. I don't know, it kind of just hits me. But then like there's other weeks where I will be completely dry and have absolutely no ideas. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll do a flat lay or something. Like yesterday I posted like my least favorite color. Here's red, like a bunch of books. Yeah, it all just depends on kind of my mood and you know.
Where the inspiration
Yeah.
hits.
Yeah.
No, and so I've found a lot of community on Bookstagram, which I didn't realize how large a horror community there was. But I
Hmm.
also have found a lot of people that are mostly fantasy or romance readers. And it's interesting because I feel like horror is getting more popular. Have you
Yeah.
noticed that too?
Yeah, even with like movies. I think Sinners or Weapons just won like an Oscar. And I don't know, it's nice to see the genre like being more recognized. So yeah, I have noticed lately. I'm all about it.
I am too. And so I feel like I have my recommendations for when like my romance girlies are being brave and like I want to try horror, but
Hmm.
for those listening that are also new to horror but want a new perspective, like what are some of your book recommendations for people trying to figure out if this is their thing?
Yeah. I definitely think Slash Beauties is super great. It's kind of like historical fiction, which I'm usually not a fan of, but it was super interesting. I don't want to spoil a whole lot, but Nat Cassidy also is like just hands down everyone's favorite. Everyone loves him. Like CJ Lead, Rachel Harrison. I think that they're all like great places to start where it's not like super bad, super traumatizing, but kind of, you know, gets your foot in the door.
Now I have to ask which Nat Cassidy book is your favorite. I feel like this says so much about a horror reader.
Yeah, I know that everyone loves When the Wolf Comes Home, and it was a good one, but Nestlings is just my favorite. I loved it so much. Like, immediately went out, bought Rosemary's Baby after I read it. And then now that's also a favorite of mine. And I've read it when it first came out, and I still recommend it all the time to everybody who wants a recommendation and those who don't.
Yeah, so, I think there's a lot for nestlings that appeals to people like
Hmm.
newfound parenthood, discrimination, dealing with discrimination, um, dealing with like racial issues and class issues. Uh,
Hmm.
why does why does nestlings have a special place in your heart?
I think it's just I read it so long ago, so I don't remember like all of the little like details and stuff, but just the woman in the story, I just related so much with her, with just her trying to kind of find her place and just kind of trying to almost be like an equal to her husband and just like being seen and heard, because at the end of the day, I feel like we all kind of struggle with that and it kind of sucks, but
I agree. She was actually my favorite part of that book. Um,
yeah.
I think because I'm a new mom too and struggling and seeing like
Hmm.
another character like that kind of explain that struggle. Like I felt
Yeah.
like she was very relatable and
Hmm.
I did adore her. Mary's my
Yeah.
favorite, but I think I also
I
like
love
Mary for
Mary.
that same reason because
Yeah.
it's very hard to speak up sometimes
Hmm.
and be
I agree.
heard.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I remember like Mary was one of those books that I just like walked past like whenever I'd go to Barnes and Noble for months and months and months. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll pick it up, And then eventually I did. And I'm like, oh my God, like, why did I not read this sooner? But yeah,
Yeah,
Mary was great.
I stumbled upon Mary by accident too. She was my first Nat Cassidy when I was
Hmm.
starting to get back into reading. And I was like, okay, let's see what's on Kindle Unlimited. And she was like right there. And I was like, oh, well, I
Yeah.
mean, let's give it a shot. And then I just fell heads over heels in love. Like,
Yeah.
and then I
So
didn't
good.
realize Nat Cassidy was a man until the author's note. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I thought maybe it was short for like Natalie or something like that.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I thought the same. Mary was also my favorite or my first. And yeah, also thought that it was a female, but here we are.
And and then, because I do have some veteran horror readers that listen, what are your like god tier, like best of the best that you love?
Um, hot take here, but House of Leaves. I know you either love it or hate it. I loved it. I read it in like a week. I devoured it. It was genius. Um, Adam Neville, Last Days, one of my all-time favorites. Obviously Nestlings, Rosemary's Baby. Um, for like splatterpunk, I love Christopher Triana, like Full Brutal, is kind of a classic on its own. It by Stephen King is, I don't know, one of my favorites. Not a huge Stephen King fan, like believe it or not, because he's kind of hard to get through, but I loved The Shining. So, yeah.
No, I agree. Stephen King's very hit or miss with me. I feel like that's a new
Hmm.
feeling in the horror community, and
Yeah.
it's not that we don't like him. It's just I think when you write so many books, like
Hmm.
not all of them are going to be wonderful and amazing to everyone. So I
Yeah.
don't think that's a controversial take of like Stephen King not being just in a god tier.
Yeah. I collect his books, which is like kind of weird that I'm not like a huge fan. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's so many like more interesting stories out there and like writers that deserve the recognition that, you know, he kind of gets.
Yeah, because I've been hit or miss. I don't know. It depends on the day. I'm not sure how I feel about it still. Like
Yeah,
part of
that's
me's
fair.
like I feel like it as a character, Pennywise and the
Hmm.
ending and all the different shapes it takes place. Like I really love that as a character and creativity. But
Hmm.
then when I feel like it could have been 500 pages shorter, and
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
the ending just like disgusts me because of that one scene, and it's just.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
I but I really liked The Shining. I loved Doctor Sleep, and I think
Yeah.
for both of them to be so good, especially as so much time progressed from The Shining to Doctor Sleep,
Hmm.
I have respect for his work because that's hard to pull off.
Yeah, I agree. I remember like the first chapter of Doctor Sleep, it creeped me out so much. I was like, okay, I'm gonna read this like during the day. Like, time to put this away. It was so
Yeah,
good.
it was, and then the movie I think did good. Um,
Hmm.
I prefer the book, but I was really happy it got
Me
turned
too.
into a movie too because I think the story of like Danny's role and how he got the nickname Doctor Sleep, like I think it highlights the profession of, you know, healthcare workers in all capacities, not just hospice. Like
Hmm. Yeah.
it's an important role, and I think that was kind of his love letter to it, maybe a little bit. I got a more
Hmm.
appreciation for it because of that book too.
Yeah. I have to rewatch it. It's been so long since I've seen it, but now like I'm curious. I gotta go back and watch it again.
Well, it's spooky season all year long, so it's not like we have to wait until October.
Exactly. 100%.
And I've been meaning to ask because I couldn't find it on your feed. But have you read? I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, and people don't come after me. But Diavola.
Oh, yes. Yes. I love it so much. One of my favorites.
That
I love it.
I actually recommend that. Like I have Nat Cassidy, that's like my go-to. But like I
Hmm.
feel like that book is so. I can't tell if the author meant it to be so funny intentionally or unintentionally.
Yeah. No, I loved it. I remember I read it like in one day, like one sitting. I'm just like, I got to get through this. It's so good. And it's like, I don't know, just very like underrated, eerie, like nothing too crazy. And like sometimes that's exactly what I want, you know,
And I
like
think too, it's
realistic horror.
like like you said, like it's very bingeable. Like it's
Hmm.
very you're not in this very weird setting. Like it's very, it's not gatekeepy. It's like this is the story and it's very straightforward. So I feel like that helps people come into the genre too. It's like, okay, you might have
Hmm.
a romance book about like this romantic villa in Tuscany, same setting, just totally different context.
Yeah, 100%. I love it.
I I've seen like I feel like people either love that book or they hate
Hmm.
that book with a
Oh, I know.
passion.
Yeah, I agree. I see like 1 star reviews and I'm just like, how? Why? It breaks my heart.
I don't think so. I joined Bookstagram back August of last year. I don't think
Yeah.
I've given a 1 star yet.
I'm trying to think if I have. I don't know. I feel so bad. I'll just like not even review a book, honestly. Like I feel terrible. Like hurting people's feelings and like I don't know. Like that's someone's livelihood. So I'll just, you
Keep
know,
that secret safe with you in your heart.
yeah, basically. Basically. Just on to the next, you know.
But I do like
But
how Bookstagram is showing us like the people that read horror a lot, like we're not just like these cold, heartless people that live off of like terror. It's like, no, we want to not intentionally hurt people's feelings too.
yeah. Yeah.
And I think we have our own stereotypes, like romantic girls have their stereotype, and I think the horror girlies like we're in a bubble right now, and people are like trying to understand us.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like some like horror girls on Bookstagram that I've like, you know, like met, like talked to online and stuff. And like they're some of the sweetest people ever. I don't know, but yet they love splatterpunk and like the most gory stuff ever. And so yeah, I don't know. It's
Well,
funny.
and there's also feminine rage. I'm always in the mood for a
Yeah,
feminine rage book.
me too. Me too. It's like my new favorite. It's my go-to. So
And
good.
It is because it's just I feel like it's just so unladylike to have
Yeah.
anger. It's just suppressed in us. And
Hmm.
so to see people doing, unhinged and not healthy behavior, but I love a like good for you girl moment.
Yeah, same. Like last year, I think it was maybe like December, November, I had like a small indie author reach out to me and she's like, I have this like feminine rage book. It's, very like boy parts, the book. And I'm like, oh, like all about it. Like I will read it right now. And like it ended up being like one of my favorite books. And like it's still a book that I think about quite often and recommend all the time. And it's just like the epitome of what I want in like a female rage book. It's so good.
Was the name of it Boy
It
Parts? Like, was that the name of it, or was it?
uh it's the book's called Hysterical by Amber Dean. But like I think I posted something about the book of Boy Parts by Eliza Clark, I think the author is. And she's like it's like super similar to like this book. And I'm like, all right, I'm ready. So good.
I'm
So,
immediately adding it to my TBR. Like,
yes.
that's high
I can't
praise
wait.
coming from you.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear
Cause,
your thoughts.
cause like cause I'm still trying to like read, and I'm also trying to not focus on new stuff coming out. I want to focus on other things that have already, um, been released. But when I see your feed and I see like your flat lays and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, that's the first time I've seen that one. Let me add it to my TBR. That's the first time I've even seen that one. Let me add it to my TBR.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I actually made that a goal this year too, to like try to like read some more like backlist books instead of just focusing on like arcs and new releases and work in progress, but we're getting there.
Yeah. Well, I made the mistake like when I came back, I was like, okay, let me get my NetGalley going, and I think I asked for like a dozen. Like, oh, I'm never gonna get any of these.
Yep.
But then they all came, and I was like, oh no,
Yep. It's like where to begin.
because I'm not someone that like plans out what I'm gonna read every month. I don't know if you
Mhm.
are, but
Nope. No. Absolutely not.
I see those posts, and I'm like, I wish I had my life put together that well. But
Yep.
like
100%.
tomorrow, I'm not even sure what's going on tomorrow, let alone the entire month.
Yep. I'm such a mood reader. Like I can't even commit to like one book. I start like five at a time. Yeah. Yeah, it's terrible. It's a toxic trait of mine. But
Is
um
it terrible though? Because like,
yes.
oh,
Yep. I I'm I'm weird with
no,
just
I don't think you're weird at all. I
well, thank you.
usually think I'm weird because I'm a horrible multitasker, like to the point where I can't read an audiobook. And so to hear you can juggle five at the same time, like no matter the format, like
Yeah.
do you leave notes in the
So
margins? Like how do you keep up with that?
I just kind of hope for the best. Just sometimes I'll have to like go back and just, kind of like reread a little bit. But like I'm terrible at just being like, oh, I'm not feeling this, and then going to something else. Actually, I checked my Goodreads like a few days ago, and I'm currently reading like 77 books. Terrible. I know.
Oh my gosh.
One day I'll get through
Multitasking
them all.
queen.
Yeah, some of them are from like last year. I'm terrible.
But like I feel like Goodreads as a company, because I work in IT, so I think of things like this. Like
Yeah,
I'm sure someone has queried like who has the most currently reads going on concurrently, and like your username is
yeah.
showing up somewhere.
I hope so. Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah. But no, I think that is great though, because sometimes I feel like I'm very like monogamous when it comes to my current read, because it's like I'm writing with this one unless I decided to DNF or I finish reading it, because like I just don't have the mental space.
Yeah,
I know that limitation about myself, so like I literally can only handle one book at a time, and
yeah.
the most diverse I can get is either Kindle or print. Like that's that's as good as I've got.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. That's how I used to be, and then I don't know, like the past like year and a half, I'm just scatterbrained and just, now I decide I read all the books all the time.
So you're saying there's hope for me that I might evolve into a better multitasker?
Yes. No, I wish I could just like read one book and just stick to one book at a time. Like I miss being able to do that, but
Well, it sounds like you're very vibey too, like vibes are on or vibes are off.
yeah, yeah. Like currently kind of off. I love reading a super good book, but then like I get into like what I call like a book hangover. And then I'm just like,
Mm,
I don't know, like I don't know what I want to read. And so I started like five more books and I'm like, so we'll see.
have
Hopefully
you
it'll
ever had
pass.
have you ever had like a reading slump?
Yes, all the
Like
time. Yeah.
really?
I feel like I'm like slowly like getting in one now and it's
Oh,
awful.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
It happens.
I I think because I'm only doing one,
hmm
like it's like okay, on to the next, on to the next. So like I don't know, like knock
Yeah.
on wood, I haven't experienced one yet, but I'll see it like a. I had another friend on Madeline's library, and she finished like a huge series that's like very emotional and like Boys of Tommen, and she was like, I know when I'm done with this series, I'm gonna go into a reading slump. And so whenever she posts an update, I just write in all caps like, "Don't slump, do not slump."
Yeah. You got this. Stay strong.
Right, and I
Yeah.
but I do get the book hangovers though. I really do.
hmm Yeah.
Um, Mayfly gave me a huge book hangover.
Oh, I loved Mayfly. So good.
I was not I was not prepared.
I know. It goes like 0 to 100. And I'm like, okay, Disney princess by day and that by night. Don't
Total
want to give it
badass by
away.
night.
Yeah. Yep. Basically.
I haven't read American Rapture. That was actually my first CJ Lead book. But I got Headlights.
hmm
Um, and like when I saw it's like kind of Silence of the Lambs slash The Shining vibe, I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, it's like she wrote this for me, and like I screamed a little inside.
It is so good. I loved Headlights. It's like her best work yet. Like her writing was just 10 out of 10. So good. Like she just
Okay,
blew me away.
so that's my
So I
current
hope you
read.
love it.
That's my current read. I'm like 4 chapters in, um,
Ooh.
but I have I got like really emotional because like I asked for it on NetGalley, and
hmm
um I'm just like in this era of my life where it's like no, I'm living life to the fullest. So like I just started emailing publishers and been like, I want this, please, please, please. And my husband and I were coming back from somewhere, and there was this package on the door, and um he picked it up and he was like, I think it's a book. And I was just like, because I wasn't expecting any. And then I saw like St. Martin's
hmm
Press, and like I opened it and saw what it was. I started crying, and I'm not a crier.
That's understandable. I probably would cry too if I got like the physical book. I just read on NetGalley. But yeah, that's
Okay,
definitely exciting.
we're well. So do you get book mail? Are you a book mail girly?
Um, I get a decent amount of book mail. Like, I don't know, I email publishers. Like I just started the past few months and like I get a lot of like rejections or like just get ignored.
So
So
I
like,
get no. Keep your chin up because I get ignored too, and they didn't respond to me saying they were going to send it. They just
mhm,
did it.
I love that.
Um, and that like I've sent probably 30 emails, and that was my first one I've ever received. So
Really? That's
yes,
awesome.
yes.
That's very exciting. I
I
love
had to
that.
like update my phone case with like St. Martin's Press. Like,
Well, I love that. That's so cute.
so for anyone like out there thinking like you need like, I don't know, 80 million followers, Just
Yeah,
send them emails and be very nice and say please and thank you.
I'm gonna start doing that more often.
We can encourage each other during the
Yeah,
ignore rejection cycles.
yeah, 100%. Because now I'm just like at the point where I'm like, I'm gonna give it a rest because I just have gotten ignored so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I think for horror too, since it's a new, like it's becoming very popular. I think.
oh, here comes my dog. Sorry. This
Hi!
is this is Dexter.
Oh my gosh. He's perfect. He's like literally perfect.
He's so cute. I love him. My other one's somewhere over there. But sorry.
No, no need to apologize. Like, Bibliophile Breakdown is good for pets at all time. Um, I don't
Thank
know
you.
if you follow Creepin' It Thrill, but she has two Frenchies, and she says they're her book club, and I
Oh,
love them to death too.
yeah. I have to check if I follow, but if not, I will be tonight.
She actually sent me Tender as the Flesh. She made me read that. That
Really?
was her recommendation.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I did.
Good. It's it was an interesting one.
That was a very polite, like,
Interesting.
I didn't like it.
It was one of those books that I thought was a little like overhyped, but I
Mm-hmm.
also think that's just because I read like a lot of horror.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't know. I feel like it takes a lot to like shock me. And so like it was good. Um, I don't know. Wasn't blown away,
Yeah,
but it
I
was good.
feel I feel like for me, like the physical horror was there, obviously, on
Mhm.
multiple levels. I think the
Yeah.
real horror for me was like uh how easily like this could be like government, cultural,
Hmm.
like the economical reasons and stuff like that. I think that was like the scary part for me. Like
Yeah,
you could
100%.
substitute cannibalism with anything else and like they could probably still implement it like that quickly.
Yeah, nothing would surprise me, honestly, which is terrifying, but hoping for the best.
So in that vein, have you read Wake Up and Open Your Eyes?
Yes. Um, Also hits a little close to home.
Yeah.
Um, but like so good. I think he's such a good author and he seems like super funny. Um, yeah, I loved it. 5 stars for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gave it 5 stars too cuz like those first 100 pages things escalate so like I was trying to explain it to my
Yeah.
husband who doesn't read horror and I
Hmm.
was like the things that happen on the first 100 pages you would expect another horror book to do for its entire length like
Yeah, 100%. It's funny, like my boyfriend, he reads a lot of horror too, but like it's we could not be any more opposite with like what we like read and what we like. Like I love haunted houses and supernatural and possession and like a nice slow burn like Diavola. And he's like complete opposite, like hates paranormal, hates like he would hate that probably not even finished like Wake Up and Open Your Eyes or like anything that I read. He's very much so like splatterpunk slashers, like
mm,
totally opposite end of the spectrum. So
like
kind of
he's a
funny.
purist, a classical kind of guy.
Yeah, yeah, basically. Yep. A lot of like Stephen King and Richard Lehman and you know,
Okay. Well, at
yeah,
least he kind of knows the vein a little bit. You know, my husband reads like self help and finance and,
yeah,
nonfiction. So,
nice.
but
It
yeah,
seems
I
very
think,
exciting.
I mean, it is. And he is also equally passionate because I feel like
Yeah.
when I talk to him about like the horror books and it's like, oh, and
Hmm.
then, especially Feminine Rage, I'm like, oh, and then in Molka, she did this. And then he'll just,
Such a good one.
okay, now I gotta ask. Did you read The Eyes Are the Best Part?
I did.
Which one did you like more?
Mocha.
Same.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just like into it. Like page one, I was like, all right, I am invested. Which like the
Yeah.
eyes are the best part was good, but I don't know. I feel like I could like relate more to like her newer one almost, you know? Like I just felt like a connection more to like the main character and the story.
I felt like the ending of the eyes are the best part I had problems with because I'm like, this is not like I feel like this is very easily figure out.
Hmm.
Um, but I feel like Molka with her author's note in the beginning explaining the inspiration behind that, like I feel like
Hmm.
you from page one I was like, I'm locked in, like I'm ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so like if I'm explaining to my husband like, oh, and then she did this with the knife and Molka, and he's just like, yeah, and then he'll be like, uh, Ray Dalio says XYZ for like the rise and fall of empires. I'm like, oh, yeah,
Yeah, thumbs up. No, I did actually take an econ class in college and it was super interesting. So just gonna throw that out there.
yeah, like a little economics, sticky.
Yeah, it was I was expecting like business and econ to be boring, but it was actually interesting. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
So I give them credit.
See, I work in higher education, so like I'm always a big passionate like you're always learning, like even through fiction. I feel
Hmm.
like you're always learning or you're
Yeah.
getting another perspective, so I think that's also like where another passion for books comes from
Hmm.
because it's like if you didn't try like how would you know that
Yeah.
economics was interesting to you and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, 100%.
So what are you reading now?
I am like 3 pages in to a new book that just came out yesterday, I believe, called Pumpkin Seeds by Tyler Downing, I think. Um, yeah, it seems like right up my alley, like very like Halloween, like Salem, like 1970s, 80s. Um, so yeah, it has promise.
The
In
vibes
fact,
are
I'll
right.
probably, yes, the vibes are exactly what I think I need at this moment. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to do tonight, just like crush the book and hopefully save myself from a reading slump.
I
Fingers
saw
crossed.
I saw Slewfoot too is getting a deluxe release.
I saw that. It looks so pretty.
It does, and I haven't read it. Um, that's one of those when I go to my local thrift store, I always check to see if there's a copy because
Yeah,
I've heard such great things. But I saw the deluxe edition and I was like, I have not been so tempted to buy a new book in a very long time.
yeah, you should do it. Treat yourself.
Worth
You've
it?
earned it. Yes. I read it like a while ago, so I don't remember a whole lot because that's like another toxic trait of mine is I read books and I love them, but then I remember absolutely nothing about them. Yeah, it's terrible.
No, I feel like I'm that way except for like when it comes to 5 stars. Like
Yeah.
if it's a 5 star, I'm pretty good at being able to explain what it was about and why I liked it. But if it was like, especially if it's like in the 3 star category, I'm gonna get a little
Hmm.
lost.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it was good. I also read Krampus by the author too, and like it was good. Like not 5 star, but fun, good. So yeah.
I got I got an arc of What Feeds Below by Tatiana. Her Instagram handle is the Buff Rider. Um,
Yeah, she has like a hyphen last name, so it's like it's a long
yes,
one. Yeah.
yes. Um, I got that copy of What Feeds Below, and I haven't read any of her other stuff, but I was like, is it too early to call my favorite book of 2026? Like, I had that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I gotta start that. I have the arc too, but I've been holding off, but like maybe it's time.
have you seen the horror movie The Descent?
Oh, yes. One of my faves. It's a classic.
Have you have you seen the anime Apothecary Diaries?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, it's good. Um, it's like a beautiful blend of those two things, and I wrote that in my review before I followed her and everything,
Mhm.
and then I saw in her promotional material she says like if you're a fan of these things, read this book and The
Yeah.
Descent for What Feeds Below.
Mm.
Like
Sold.
every chapter is so good. Every chapter.
Oh, so I think I'm gonna try to like push that up on my TBR. I am a mood reader, so like no promises, but I think I'm gonna try to like knock that one out this month then, because I've heard really good things, and she is such a good author. I
Yeah.
loved her two other books that um I read the Mean Ones last year, and then oh, I'm drawing a blank on her first
Such
one.
pretty skin, is that it?
Yeah, I knew it was like such something skin, and I couldn't think. But yeah, both were super good.
I am doing a buddy read with Susie, a witch in her book of Such
Oh,
Lovely Skin.
Susie, I love her. She's like one of my favorites. Like
How can
she
she
is the
not be?
sweetest. I know. I love her so much.
She was the first guest that ever said yes to coming on my podcast.
Really?
Yes.
When we're done, you have to send me the link and I'm gonna watch it because
Gosh, it's so.
she's so sweet.
She was so patient. I'll send you the link. It's horrible because I did not know what I was doing. I was on Zoom. Like it was just my first ever shot and she was just so sweet and so patient and the formatting is
Oh,
horrible, but I will send
yeah.
you the link and
I'm very excited.
um she's just amazing as usual. It's like right after she got married.
Yeah. Oh, her wedding
But
pictures are so beautiful. Really off topic, but like stunning.
yes. So, for those of you that are not listening, Susie, aka A Witch in her book, lives in New York City and she got married and she's got like an amazing dress and her denim jacket and she's always at the Twisted Spine. And basically, I want to be her like for at least 25% of my life. But she's just phenomenal. So, if you're not following Kay, follow Kay. If you're not following Susie, you need to follow Susie.
100%
But I
love
think that's
her.
also a credit to like the Bookstagram community too because like it's so big because it's the internet, but at the same time it's
Hmm.
like, "Oh, I know Susie. I love Susie." Like
Yeah,
and there's this community.
I agree. It's like honestly one of the reasons like why I still do Bookstagram because like Instagram like kind of sucks. Like the algorithm sucks and like they're always just like changing things and just like making it more difficult for like creators and small businesses and it drives me nuts. Um, but I've just like met so many amazing people and I don't know, that's really why I keep at it, you know?
Yeah, I think too it's just I mean unless like Meta and Instagram just make it so horrible on the app that everybody leaves like
Hmm.
as long as you're doing what you like, that's what
Yeah,
matters.
yeah, 100%.
But yeah, I just think cuz like I'm on TikTok. I'm thinking about deleting it.
Hmm.
I just
Yeah, I like I had like three videos on TikTok and I like deleted them and I made my account private and I basically use TikTok for like sourdough recipes and at like 1 a.m. when I can't sleep and I'll like look up like Appalachian horror stories and just creep myself out so I can't sleep. But yeah, other than that, like I'm good. I don't want to be a part of that.
yeah. Well, and it's also crazy too because I've met other people that are like, they have like more of a community on TikTok than Instagram,
Hmm.
and they'll be like, what is like how do you differentiate what goes where? I'm like, I just do the same thing on both. Like I'm not that creative. And they'll be like, I do too, but like for some reason they have more community there than and I have more community than they do on Instagram. So it's like I just
Yeah,
social media is a wild, wild west.
literally. It's crazy. Like I still remember just like MySpace days, and now we have like all of these options.
I think we need to bring back the top eight. I think some people need to be
Ugh,
humbled.
100%. 100%. I'm totally for it.
I think that was one thing MySpace did
Hmm.
so much better than
Yeah.
Facebook. It you
Yep.
knew where you stood with this person.
Yep. Oh, such a terrible feeling, man. Just like going on like after school and being like, oh, I'm not number one anymore. I'm number four. Yep.
And then
Lots
if
of
like
drama, lots of fights.
and then the status update after where like people will just air the
Oh my
dirty
God.
laundry of why.
Yep. Yep. Or like the AIM messages, like the away messages and stuff,
There's
the
like
little
this
cryptic
trend
lyrics.
of nostalgic posts where it's like I think I saw somewhere was like if this was your favorite Neopet, read these books, and I was like, oh, my childhood.
Oh my God. I need to like look at that because I also loved Neopets so much.
I just remember like being on Neopets and playing with like HTML and thinking like, my God, I would be the coolest person ever if I worked at Neopets. Like I would have peaked in life.
Yeah. Yep. That like HTML with Neopets and MySpace and it's crazy.
There's just
I
some
think that that
things.
was my brain.
There's just some things that should be kept. Like not to sound like a boomer, but like I'm a millennial and it's showing. But bring back the top eight, humble people,
Yeah.
let them know where they stand.
Yeah. 100%. I'm
I
for it.
feel like that's the next horror book in the making. Like the
Right?
younger
MySpace.
generation having to deal
Yeah.
with the social ranking in public spaces.
Oh my God. Could you imagine? Like, even like my little sisters, I think they would just like lose their mind. Like, can't even imagine this generation.
Well, I think too, which I do I do like. Um, I do like how they are a tad more emotional.
Hmm.
I think because for me and like my background, like once again, like it's not ladylike to be angry and all of that. You know, you're
Hmm.
just keep your head down, work hard, things will pay off. They're not paying off. Newsflash.
Yeah.
So I think I am excited to see like how they develop because they are not brainwashed into everything's just gonna work all right if you work hard. Um, so I think they're the wake up and open your eyes generation almost like they see for what it
Hmm.
is.
Yeah. 100%. I totally agree. Yeah. I was just talking today actually about like how like being like emotional or like overly emotional and like how people use that as like an insult almost. And like, I don't know. I don't get it.
Yes.
Um, because I don't know, I'm very emotional and, not really not afraid to show it and let people know when they hurt my feelings. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good thing to just kind of hold people accountable and to challenge people to like do better, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I literally today, so I'm not usually a crier. That's not my forte. Um, but I just started crying. Like someone asked me a question about something that happened,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
like someone like my CIO was walking by and was like, "Are you okay?" And it's like, "Oh my god, now I have to explain why I'm crying while I'm crying. Like this is the worst."
Yeah.
And like I was talking to my husband after, and he was just like, "You should have a sense of shame with that. Like,
Yeah.
when people are crying, 9 times out of 10, there's an absolutely valid reason."
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
100%. We're all human.
right. And I
Yeah.
think too that I think that's just like a biological indicator of like, okay, we've hit our max for this right now. Like we need help. Because I also have a horrible time asking for help. So
Yeah. I feel like that's another woman thing, where we just are like programmed to like try and like just juggle everything and just do it all and look pretty doing it and not complain and it's
this is
frustrating.
it's giving
But
me Trad Wife by Saratoga Schaefer vibes.
one of my favorites, which everyone knows, but it's fine.
One of your
It's so good.
favorites?
Yeah, I feel like I've been posting about that book since I read it last year, and I have not shut up about it, and I don't intend to anytime soon. So good.
I that is some Jerry Springer Catholic guilt. Like
But yeah.
that was I knew it was going to be weird, but
Hmm.
that was a wild ride.
I know. I know. It's like I read it and then like I kind of like forgot like bits and pieces and then I listened to the audiobook like when it came out on NetGalley not too long ago. And I was like, wow, this is like even crazier than I remember. It was so good.
Yeah.
So excited to meet them in July at Haunt the Readers. I'm like such a huge fan and I can't wait. I'm gonna try really hard not to fangirl, but probably not gonna work.
You're meeting Saratoga?
I am. I am so excited.
Well, I'm gonna make this a clip and we're gonna tag them and make sure they know you're
Mhm.
coming.
Yes, I'm gonna try to remain cool, but no promises. Just saying. I read their latest arc and like it was so good. I just finished the audio of their first book, Serial Killer Support Group, and like just all books, 5 stars, no complaints, no notes.
Wow, all of the books
Yep.
5 stars?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Their new
That's
one is like so fun. It's such a fun, like thrillery, like Bravo Housewives kind of vibe. So good. Yeah, definitely
see,
recommend.
it's just so hard to find an author where each one is so good. Like that was Samantha Downing for me for thrillers. Like
Hmm.
she's an auto buy for me. Um and then I read he started it. He started it. And that was like my first like I don't know how I feel about this one.
Hmm. Did you read her newest one? I'm too old for this or t something. Yeah, that's still on my shelf. I gotta read it. But like I keep looking at it and I'm like, one day soon, I'm gonna pick you up.
Have you read any of her others?
I read one by her and I can't think of like the title. It was like something good for her or good for him or good for something. It came out like a couple years ago.
Too Old for This is kind of Diavola-ish. Like it's funny,
Mm, all
which
right.
is different for. I
Yeah.
mean, like Samantha Downing books are usually like dry humor and witty, but like
Hmm.
Lottie is just on a whole nother level. Like I would
Yeah.
text like my romance friends, like you are not going to believe this character. Like she's complaining that committing this crime is interfering with her nap time. Like I love her.
That's so funny. Okay, now I gotta like move it up. I'm curious. I love that.
So you're meeting Saratoga in July.
Yeah, there's a bunch of authors that like are attending Haunt the Readers, and I'm like so nervous, but so excited because I'm like kind of introverted and like a little awkward. Um, but yeah, they're probably like one of my top that I'm just so excited to meet. Can't
We're
wait.
gonna need a picture. Or
Yes.
I'm gonna need an update. I'm gonna like be on pins and needles all throughout July and be like,
Yeah, absolutely. Give me your address. I'll try and like get something signed, send it to you.
oh, you are so sweet.
I told that to Susie too. I was like, let me know because she's having surgery and so she can't go. And I was like, let me know like any authors you want. No, just
Listen, do not
yeah.
tempt Susie with a good time. Like you breathe like what was it? Such lovely skin. I was like, "Oh, I see it's available on Kindle Unlimited. Let me download it." And she's like, "Girl, I got you a copy. Don't worry." And I'm
She's so cute.
like she's just
I love that.
she like I know she got me a book while she was in Scotland, and so I've got a care package sending her way
Oh, I
too
love
of
that.
stuff. Um,
Yeah,
but I'm just like, oh my god, this woman just literally walks around the planet Earth going, how can I make things better for other people?
I know. She's such a just kind soul. She asked me too while she was over there, like, is there like any like, UK edition books you want? And like I couldn't think of any off the top of my head, but I was like, you're so sweet for asking. Like, thank you so much. Like,
Yes.
it made my day. Yeah.
Well, and I also feel like there's people on Bookstagram that like to read, and then there's like
Hmm.
bibliophiles where it's like,
Hmm.
no, books are the personality, like underline, and she's very much
Yeah.
like a bibliophile, capital B. Like
Yeah.
she gave me an impromptu shelf tour um when I had her on, and I was like, I think you have more books than like just waiting to be read than I've read in a single year.
Really? Now I
Yeah.
gotta ask when she like comes back. I'm gonna be like, all right, I need a shelf tour.
Yeah.
Curious.
But yeah, so I will keep you updated on how um such lovely skin
Yeah.
goes because I'm excited to read more of that author. But it's
Yeah,
also,
for sure.
do you buddy read? I I don't typically.
I try. I'm not good at it at all. Um, but I give it a good effort. Um, I'm planning on buddy reading, the new Christina Lauren or Lauren Christina. I always get like their names mixed up. But like the new romance book coming out by them. I'm planning on like buddy reading that with a few friends, and I'm very excited for it because I love spooky things, but I also love them. They're like my guilty pleasure.
So I have to ask because like for people that have like a niche genre, like what is a book that you think people would be surprised that you read and you loved?
Honestly, like I feel like anything by them, like the Unhoneymooners, absolutely loved. Love in Other Words, loved. Like John Green holds a special place in my heart, and I love his books so much. Just all of them, so good. Um, yeah, I feel like them.
Yeah, John Green, The
Yeah.
Fault in Our Stars, man. That
Oh
that book
God.
got my childhood. I think it's the dark humor. I should have known the horror was coming with the dark humor that
Yeah.
I
Oh
enjoyed in
God.
that book.
That book effed me up when I read it. I just like sat there and just stared at a wall for like 5 minutes. I'm like, I just can't, like, I can't handle life. It's so
Uh,
sad.
so I met my husband a few years after my grandfather passed of stage 4 lung cancer, and we did home hospice for him.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
And
I'm sorry.
thank you. But when we were just early in the stages of dating, he was like, "Have you seen this movie, The Fault in Our Stars? I think it's pretty good." And like having no idea, and I'm just crying,
Oh God.
and I'm not a crier. And so naturally, because I love pain, I was like, well, now I have to read the book.
Yeah. And like you think the movie's bad, but like the book is like just tears.
Yes,
So good, but sad. Yeah.
yes. But the
Yeah.
dark humor, like
Yeah. Yep.
so inappropriate jokes, but also at the same time, such wonderful
Hmm.
jokes.
Yeah. Yep. I'm a healthcare worker, and like dark humor, I feel like is just how you like just get through the day.
Oh my
Because
God, God bless
if
you.
not, yeah, I mean, see a lot of dark stuff. So like without joking about it, I, you know, probably would not be okay.
See, this is why I work with computers. I don't have the patience or capacity to deal with humans. So, like, sincerely,
Yeah.
thank you for everything you do.
Yeah. Thank you. But yeah,
So,
it's a struggle, but you get used to it.
well, if you're a fan of dark humor,
Yes.
one of my best friends in the entire world grew up thinking that she wanted to be a pediatrician. And then when she was in med school, she fell in love with hospice.
Oh,
And so she is a board certified hospice doctor. That's her specialty. And so
yeah.
now I call her Dr. Sleep.
Oh my God. That is hilarious and so dark, but also like good for her, man. That's like, I don't know. I couldn't imagine.
I
It's
mean,
wild. It's such a
she,
pivot.
knowing her personality, like she is a huge blessing for every family. Like she,
Yeah.
you know, she's got awesome bedside manner and stuff. But yeah, I was like, oh, you're like Danny, Doctor Sleep. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Call her Danny as a nickname.
Yeah, yeah.
I love
But
that.
yeah, I have noticed that like a lot of people in the health profession read too. Although I think you're the first one that I've personally met that reads horror. I feel like a lot of the ones that I've met read romantasy.
Yeah. I know, like, I work with a couple of people who are big into like romantasy and stuff. But then there's like the select few that I work with. And maybe it's just because like I work in the ER and so we're like just a special breed of people. But like the book Made a Monster that came out last year, which is very splatterpunk, like all the triggers, don't read it unless you have a good stomach and could handle like the worst of the worst. But I had like a bunch of nurses and stuff like just reading it, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" And like now they're all like reading Splatterpunk and stuff, and it's super funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
that. I love when like you can share across like genres and stuff like that. Like help people like cuz I've read the books that I normally wouldn't and I only did it
mhm,
because friends requested.
yeah,
Um and then also like I have friends that have tried a horror book now and we're like, "Oh,
mhm,
this is really different than what I expected." And it's like, "Yeah,
yeah,
it's not like taboo, like crazy stuff and you're going to have something follow you around in the middle of the night."
right. Yeah, it's nice that there's like so many like different subgenres and stuff to like, for the people that aren't big into horror and just kind of want to get a little feel for it, and then on the other end of the spectrum, the people that want to get super creeped out and not sleep at night.
Well, I did make a mistake cuz I had a friend who goes by a different name on her Bookstagram
Hmm.
and I recommended a book where the main character's name is Caitlin. And like she IM'd me and was like, "Why would you recommend me a thriller book where the main
Oh
character's
no.
name is my name?" And I'm like, "Girl, look at your profile. What do you have there? It is not Caitlin."
Yeah. Well, that's super funny.
So I was like, "I'm sorry, but now you've got to read it. Like you're already in it. You're invested."
Right? 100%.
So it's also funny like how in Bookstagram stuff like that can happen too. Like cuz you got to protect your identity and like especially
Yeah,
with how crazy the world's getting, but
literally.
once you
100%.
once you find your community, I think that's where Bookstagram really starts to shine. And for everyone listening, if you want more Dexter content, if you want more great horror recommendations and thriller and splatterpunk and all of that, please check out Kay. Give her a follow. I will have the link to her account in the description. But thank you so much, Kay. I really appreciate you
Yeah.
taking the time to talk, and it's been
No.
so lovely to actually communicate face to face instead of over DM.
Yeah, this has been so nice. Thank you so much for having us.
Of course. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.